Rob Lukey with Metric Realties. We're going to talk real quickly about the onboarding process at Metric Realties. First step is to design your website. Then you'll go ahead and launch your agent dashboard. And this is obviously something. You'll also be able to update your user dashboard. You'll launch this as well. And I'll explain what those look like. And this is your home buyer and seller dashboard on the left. So when your clients go to your website, they can log in, and remember, not only do they are able to communicate in here like the majority of people, they can create favorites. Obviously, we've seen that on a lot of sites, but they don't allow people, they don't allow home buyers and sellers to communicate through one portal. And that's what this does. It automatically captures data. It automatically creates transaction folders for them. This is for your home buyer and seller. So they only have to go to one place to see all the information that you've collected for them, whether it be documents, disclosures, any type of communication you've had in one spot. So that's the home buyer and seller dashboard. This is the agent dashboard that allows you to manage your whole business from a standpoint of any type of information that comes in, any type of requests that come in from your user dashboard over here. Let's say they created a request to buy a property or start an offer or list a property. That's going to show up on your dashboard here. Any emails that are sent to you are going to show up here. You're going to be able to control who has access to this so they can work for you. Let's say you have an assistant that you say, hey, I want you to handle any requests for disclosures that come in. They'll be able to click on that ticket and they'll be able to communicate with your client, and you'll be able to see everything that's going on in that capacity. So as we can see, we have a request for disclosures. And what you'll also see is that came from this particular client, sales@metricrealties.com. It came from their dashboard. And you'll see in here that they have, this would be the request for disclosures that they've created. So your team member can go ahead and log in, and the best thing is these dashboards are all branded for you, but your team member can log in and go ahead and communicate back and forth on this ticket so that your client will receive any type of information. You'll be able to see who communicated for you to your client, and you'll be able to see what they did, what they provided. That's one. Let's say this disclosures went into a showing. The client maybe was on the phone with you, or perhaps the client put in another request because this request was done. So you went ahead and marked that as a done task. But this client now wanted to see the property. And what you'll see is that on the user's dashboard over here, they have no task. Under the My Task section, they have no task left to do. But they said they wanted to see a property. And what you want to do is you want your client obviously to know they're going to see a property. That's going to happen for them. So, and you also want to make sure, whether it's you or one of your assistants showing the property, that they know that there's an appointment. So you can spawn this task into a showing. So you can schedule a showing on your client's behalf. Let's say, and it automatically captures all this data, right? The same data, and it's creating a transaction folder for them. And let's say they said they wanted to see it on, let's say they wanted to see it for 30 minutes, and they would like to see it on the 20th at at 5:18 a.m. So let's say they went ahead and did that, and you can submit this, and now it's going to create another request on yours and on their dashboard. So they know they have a showing with you. Your team knows they have a showing with you as well. So you'll see this task is done, but if you go to your notifications, and remember, they're going to get alerts on their email as well as their dashboard, and you will get emails too. And what those emails do is that those emails will provide a link to your client to click on that opens up their dashboard. So the idea is to continue to drive those clients back to your site, give them something they don't get on other sites that they may be searching on. All of us know that some people search on Redfin and Zillow and not on agent sites. The idea is to give them something they can't get on other sites. So now they know they have this showing scheduled with you. You have this showing scheduled. In this showing, you can go ahead and set a time. You could go ahead and set an alert if you wanted to. So you could set an alert if you want to, but you really don't have to, because everybody knows that you've scheduled this showing. Your client knows what time to be there, and also whoever is doing that showing knows what time to be there as well, right? They know when it's due. But if you wanted to set a reminder as well, all you would have to do is go like this, click reminder, and set your due date down here. It's that simple. So in an effort to save time, let's talk about where else you can go. Remember, this will all be branded. Inside your console, what we talked real quickly about is the agent dashboard and the home buyer and seller dashboard. Let's talk about where this is the Metric Realty's console where you can manage your website. So for example, this website that we just created, which has search on it, right? And it is the same quality search as a Redfin or a Zillow. So what's nice about that is it will drive people. Not only do you have the dashboard that's driving people back to your site, but you actually have a search that works. And what's nice about it is, why might they use your search? Well, because the nice thing about it is that when they click on this search, if they're in their dashboard and they're searching on their phone inside your platform, let's say they were interested in this property, they could click on it and they can very easily create a showing directly from here. So they can either do it on their phone or they can do it directly on their computer. And what it does is, again, it solidifies them to your site. They can't get this anyplace else. They're not going to get a transaction folder from any place else. They're not going to get communication from you anyplace else. So that's the real benefit of using Metric Realties. And FYI, you can create banners directly in your search, something else that they're not going to get at Zillow or Redfin. So if you had some communication you wanted to create throughout your site, you can do that here. So again, it's about branding yourself more effectively inside of your communication, inside of your dashboards, and inside of your home buyer and seller dashboards and on your site. And remember, if you want an estimator and you're a realtor, we can connect to the realtor estimator here as well. If you wanted to have an estimator on your site, we can do that too. So inside the console is where you control all of this communication that you have on your site, right? So if you can capture a home, if you can do a home slider where you, for example, if you can upload a picture and change some content, you can update your messaging throughout your site, which is very nice. So you don't have to wait for somebody else. Anybody can do it. If you wanted to change your about picture, anything like that, it's very simple to do. So it's easy to control. On the account section, you're able to control any of your agents, for example. If you, or let's say you have a transaction coordinator that you want to have access to your dashboard so they can communicate. The good news about this is that this, for example, this email that you're using inside here, rather than have multiple lines of communication and multiple emails going out to your clients, you can have one email. Your transaction coordinator can log into here. They'll be communicating from your team email, let's say, but you'll be able to see exactly what they did. They'll sign obviously their name, but you'll see what they did as far as in your name, right? In your team name. You can manage your users here. You want to add users or add multiple users, it's very easy. You'll be able to see who came into your site, what they did, what properties they clicked on. So you can see that here. That then is created into a lead. So it'll show up on your agent dashboard, right? So it'll show, you'll have a lead here. And then what you can do is if you get a lead that comes in, let's say a lead comes in that you want to go ahead and talk to and control, that's where you'll set a reminder. So let's say this lead came in and I wanted to go ahead and set a reminder. I can go to get back to them, or I already communicated with them. I can communicate with them directly on my ticket here, right? So I can communicate with them, and then I can go ahead and I can say, you know what? I spoke with them. Maybe they're not interested at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and set a reminder to get back to them. Once I do that, it will show up on the reminder section of our site. And remember, when we talk about going ahead and onboarding you, we're going to onboard you from a standpoint of help you understand the console, how to go ahead and obviously manage your website here, and then get you used to your agent and your user dashboards. That's basically the functions we have that are just on the surface. We have a lot more as well. Remember, inside here too, you have the ability to do bidding. So for example, let's say you had a referral to sell. You could go ahead and post a referral here. Again, this is all free services, but let's say you wanted to post a referral. You could post a referral and then have people come and bid on those referrals. Say, hey, go to this site, log in, it's free, and go ahead and bid on the referral that I have that is in Boca Raton, Florida. Bid on that, and then you could pick the highest bidder. It's just one other way to do it. You can also post jobs in here. So if you had a showing job or something like that maybe you wanted to get taken care of, you could post that in, whether it be to just your team, or rather if you wanted other agents. Let's say you weren't in an area and you had a showing in an area that you weren't in, you could potentially post that showing request here, let agents bid on it, and again, go ahead and connect with them and let them bid on the job. So what you actually get is basically real estate in a box, a place where you can manage everything from designing a website. And again, we'll help you do this. Remember that. We'll help you design this website if you need help and onboard you. You get an agent dashboard that will easily allow you to manage your business. You give your clients home buyer and seller dashboards where they can manage their communication with you in one place. Think about that, because if you're buying a stock, you're going to a dashboard to do that. Amazon provides dashboard. People want that communication where it's in one spot. And remember, you'll also be able to go and look at all those user transactions, all the leads, everything to manage your business. It's real estate in the box to take wherever you want to go, whether you're going from firm to firm. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, reach out to us here at Metric Realties. Again, we'll help you through every step of the way to understand it so that you can understand how to build your website, how to build your agent dashboard, and your home buyer and seller dashboards. Thank you very much.